Se explodo, me afogo. Devo aprender a navegar. Barquinho em movimento, sirenas me tentando ao alto náufrago. E eu aceito. Eu aceito quando o osso do seu quadril se encosta no meu. Quando você vai para a direita, para a esquerda, para a direita, para a esquerda. Quando seus cílios acariciam a minha bochecha e seus lábios vestem meu cabelo propositalmente escuro para o céu da lua que é o seu sorriso. My name is Luíza FAZIO. I'm from Brazil. I'm a screenwriter and I also write short stories. I think this is a great moment to be a screenwriter in Brazil because we're starting to make our own TV shows. So we're very famous for our telenovelas and our art house movies, but TV shows are something new to us. So we get to experiment and to try to understand what is the Brazilian aesthetic. And so this is very exciting to be able to write this history. But since the industry is so new, we also we're not allowed to take as many risks, and people in the industry aren't willing to try different things. So I think that would be the worst part. I think we're very resilient people. So we take little and make the most out of it. I think Brazil is we have a lot of social problems. The inequality there is very complicated, but we have the best food, we have the best music, we have the best parties, so we just take whatever we have and yeah, we make the most out of it. I think the best of Brazil are the Brazilians. Well, I think our work shape culture. So me as a TV writer, I write for bigger audiences. So I need to be aware of the contemporary debates, aware of TV tropes, aware of the things that we can change while we're telling a story. Because people watch TV and movies as an inspiration for their own lives. They need to feel seen, they need to feel heard. So I think the writer is someone who can rewrite the culture for the future. So we have a responsibility to be up to date. So in Brazil, we have many grants from the state. Now, not so much because of the pandemic and crisis, but we used to have a lot. And I think it's a great way of allowing unpublished writers or new screenwriters to develop their own work. Because if we only rely on not public but private institutions, they have their own agenda, what they think sells, what they think doesn't sell. And if the government and the state can fund some of those writers, they can write something that is not commercial or something that is for a small audience, and it's okay because this is also art, this is also culture, so I think it's important to have both. Well, I think as a fiction writer, I'd say Gabriela Sotelo. She has a book called Ninguém Vai Lembrar de Mim. She's a contemporary Brazilian artist, my mentor, and she has helped me a lot with my prose. And I think she's a genius because she writes beautiful poetry about loss, about grief, about female desire, lesbian experiences, and she has inspired me a lot. And I think a movie that has influenced my recent works is Bacurau by Kleber Mendonça Filho. And he's able to take specific elements of the Brazilian culture and turn it into an international movie. He tackles with international politics, but it's also funny and it's also very regional. So I think this is a great film. Well, while I was here, I had time to polish a script I've been working on for quite some time, and it's very rare for me to have time. So I'm very grateful for these 2 months, and sharing my story and listening to our peers has inspired me with those characters that I have been working on, with what is an international experience, because some of my characters come from different places. And also I think I feel more compelled to write prose in a professional way, I believe. So I want to finish my short story collection, and being here with other writers and poets has really inspired me to do that. My writer's room workshop? Yeah. So it was very challenging because there were poets that had never written script that were like, oh, I really want to know how it is to write a script and to be in a writer's room. And I think the difference is that in here, everyone writes by themselves. In a writer's room, we have to write in a group. We have to share ideas. We have to come to a middle ground with those ideas. And it's often hard because everyone's just so passionate about what they think. But we had so much fun. Everyone just respected each other's ideas. We came up with an incredible synopsis of a TV show. And there were different people. There were poets, prose writers, journalists, playwrights, translators, and everyone from their own backgrounds as an artist and also as a person just contributed with this amazing night. So we wrote a synopsis of a show, and I think it was quite good. I mean, 15 people came up with one synopsis, so yeah. I think as a screenwriter, I feel sometimes like I'm an architect, because you have to be creative, but you also need to know the structure. And you need to know the rules in order to break the rules. But if you break the wrong rules, your house is going to fall apart. So while I'm writing a script, I have to make sure I have everything in place. So the story will work, so it has conflict, so it has act breaks, so it can be commercial, so it can be shot, because doing film is expensive. And so I always feel like I can't fully let go. Is a different side of my brain that works while I'm writing a script. And when I'm writing a short story, I usually just start with an image or a feeling or a character, and I just let it possess me. So it's a completely different process. It's free. And I think that's what makes me healthy as an artist, because sometimes just doing one or the other can really be really tiring. Yes, the people. The people here are just so loving and kind, and they're just so open, because I feel like I love California, but it's very competitive. And people don't really care that you're there. And in here, everyone's just so interested in my story, in hearing from me, from my background. And the American people and the international people, I feel like we created this beautiful community of artists. Because in here, everyone is a writer, is a musician, or something like that. And we just exchange a lot of experiences. I think that's what I love the most about Iowa City. I felt like welcomed.